So why are you here today?
At the CEO conference, I'm here to learn about being an entrepreneur and getting some advice, I guess.
Okay, good. This young man in the pink suit that you know he was here. Go ahead.
What's the question? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why are you here today?
Just to kind of learn and pick other people's brains. Obviously, there's people here that have a lot more experience than I do, so just kind of seeing what I can gain from others and how I can add value to others.
Fabulous. And you, young lady?
Same thing. We are here to learn and then get advices. I own a small business, and if I can get some advice here to grow my business, I'm more than welcome to it.
Fabulous, fabulous. And you, young man?
I'm here to network and get some ideas on entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship? Okay, fabulous. What do you do?
I'm a faculty member at Elgin Community College in Elgin, Illinois.
Oh, wow. You traveled a while. Good, good. Glad to have you. And this handsome young man?
How you doing? I'm here to support the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Tampa. Learn as much as I can to assist clients.
What do you do?
I'm a business consultant.
Okay, thank you. Are you at ECC? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm at Hillsborough County at Florida SBDC.
Why are you here today?
Well, our chapter just got started at East Central University, so I'm here to learn as much as I can to help develop it.
Okay, good. Fabulous, fabulous. Oh, you didn't know I was going to ask you why you were here today?
Now I know why I'm here.
Why are you here today?
Because I'm just here to learn more.
Learn more.
Yes, ma'am.
And you, young man?
I get excited to other people's success, so to hear that story of, it's like I said, success is just moving.
Okay, good. Thanks. Oh, here comes a young lady. Why are you here today?
To learn.
To learn.
Yes, as a Black entrepreneur, I want to gain more knowledge about those who were in the past and what I can do in the future, as well as connect with my fellow entrepreneurs.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Hey, young lady. Why are you here today?
I'm here to get inspired, to listen how ideas have become great realities. So.
Okay, good. Fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, three of you took a front seat. I like that. Why are you here today?
To learn more, to innovate myself. And
All right. How's everybody doing this morning? So watch this. Listen to this hook. When we move, the whole world follows in our path. Listen. When we move, the whole world follows in our path. All right, so we're going to hype this up. Yeah, everybody get up. When we move, the whole world follows in our path. Come on, get up. Come on, rock over, Daryl. When we move, yeah. All right, there you go. Yeah. Come on, I know you got some hype in you. Come on, clap it up. There you go. Yeah. Listen. This song was written by Common. Basically, is saying that the whole world follows in our path. Either they follow in your path as an entrepreneur, but when he wrote this song, he was talking about Black folks. He was talking about the things that we've been through, the struggles we've been through. And when we go through those struggles and the various ways we go through, on the back end, we end up winning. And let me ask, and think about it. Hold on, listen, I want y'all to hear that hook. Listen to that, And when we move, come on, go for it. Yeah. When we move, the whole world follows in our path. Come on, man. You got on that fast suit. I know you can rock. Come on. But listen, this song is so powerful in the context of what it's saying, because think about it. When he put you in sports, what happens? You win. Put you in theater, what happens? You win. Put you in categories that you've never been in before, guess what? You win. Anybody here know this guy named Omarion Miller? Yeah. Omarion Miller. Who said yes? Say again? I'm not sure. But Omarion Miller is at Colorado State University. He's playing with Deion Sanders, right? A few weeks ago, the receiver went out for an injury. Omarion was sitting on the sideline and he was saying, hey, listen, coach, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. And then what ultimately ended up happening is once they put him in the game, the first time he got on the field, he started breaking records.
That's right.
Omarion Miller. Because when we move, the whole world follows in our path. All right, y'all got to get a little bit more hype. Come on now. Come on, come on. The whole world follows in our path. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the whole world follows in our path. Yeah. What? Yeah. The whole world follows in our path. Yeah. 3 words that define me, Daryl Hych, as well as 3 words that define me as a business owner. And so every day at this time, that alarm goes off for me to look at that and state those 3 words out loud. And those 3 words that I have are caring, understanding, and reasonable. That way, in the event my day gets tough, rough, hard, or indifferent, I have something to fall back on. So I would admonish you and encourage you to get you 3 words. Find 3 words that will identify you, because at the end of the day, when this stuff gets tough, rough, and hard, you gotta have something to fall back on. Nike has just do it. In the Navy, we have honor, courage, and commitment. So all these other organizations, entities, they have something to fall back on. But what about us? Because we, it's tough. So individuals, I would always state, hey, have your pick your 3 words, or look for 3 words that define you, and then walk with those 3 words. So as I was saying, we're going to do an interview style type of presentation, but we're going to make sure that the message comes right down your street so that you can walk away with the knowledge, the skills, the understanding that you would need as we relate to an entrepreneur and all that good stuff. Does that work out for you guys? Is that cool? Because I could do a PowerPoint presentation. I got one on snoring and another one on sleeping. So I can pull them out and make it, but so yeah, we're gonna do that. Help him build a brand new house. You can help his children inherit the fruits and benefits of the earth. So when you think about the fact that we're leaving that security to go over here to an unsecure space, a space that makes you say, wow, okay, I have to figure this thing out. I have, and if that isn't worse, watch this, I'm gonna come right down your street. I have to figure this thing out as a black person in this space. We don't get a break. There's no breaks. So when you show up, you don't get a break. But now, if entrepreneurship in itself is already hard, then you gotta already say, and the challenges that just the mainstream America faces, now you put on top of that, you're a black person, you're a woman, you're single, you're all those variables, all those different things just start mounting up, and you decide to be an entrepreneur. Let's go.
Let's go. This is Mr. Daryl Hych, and this is what I want you guys to do today. This man told you so much about himself, and I want you to stand up and act like it's Beyonce in this room. So I want you to give him a fair welcome. All right.
Y'all just doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
Okay. I know this is Daryl's show, but you can hear an accent coming from me, and the reason I have an accent is because I'm not from the U.S. I've lived here for 42 years, however. But Daryl, today we're going to talk about you. I know you told them that you were 28 years in the military, but I want you to tell them how you got involved in entrepreneurship. Because after coming from the military, you didn't just walk into entrepreneurship. So how did you get involved in entrepreneurship?
So it's interesting. The other day I was asked this question, and I thought about some things. I just mentioned I'm from East St. Louis, and so I thought about my father. My father used to work for a company called Olin Manufacturing. Olin made guns and ammunition. And so he got into this situation called laid off. You guys know what laid off is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he got laid off. And I'm a little kid, and fast forward these many years is where I'm able to tie the ribbon and tie the line. So I'm My dad's laid off. My dad goes to the local store in town, that wholesale store, and he buys Red Hot Riplets, potato chips. Yeah, that's the best potato chip in the world. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've never had it, Red Hot Riplets. OVN, write that down, order them on Amazon. Your life will be changed. But he would buy Red Hot Riplets potato chips. He would buy pickles. He would buy now and laters and all types of candy. He would buy all that stuff. And then what he would do is he would bring that stuff home and he would bring it in their bedroom. I'm painting the stage so you can just imagine this thing as we move forward into this entrepreneurial thing. So he would bring this food home, take it in their bedroom, and he would raise the window. And he began selling all of that stuff to us kids in the neighborhood because there was no store by us. And so as I got to this, latter years, and I thought about that story, and when someone asked me when did I get into entrepreneurship, I had to realize, you know what? I was in so many words raised in it because he started doing that when I was like 5 and 6 years old. I didn't know that was going to show up in my life these many years later. So watching him, and then sometime he'd tell me and my sister to watch the store, and of course a few bags of potato chips was missing, some now and laters was gone. But we began that entrepreneurial journey there, and so that's when I would say I got started, but it just built up on that over the many years.
Thank you for sharing that information. I wanted to say to you guys as well, please take the opportunity as he is answering questions to ask questions if you have any of them. So please remember that you're allowed to ask them questions. So my next question to you is, how does the representation of Black entrepreneurship impact innovation, diversity, and economic growth within the entrepreneur ecosystem?
So there's a restaurant in Tupelo, Mississippi, owned by a lady named Miss Pax. She owns a chicken restaurant. She's been in business. She's been working and operating in the restaurant industry for many years. Where's my friend that is from Tupelo? You know her?
My dad probably do.
This lady has been operating in the fast food industry for many years. And then she decided that she was going to take that leap. She resigned from that and began her own business start. She actually purchased that restaurant and began operating in that restaurant, and she began doing her entrepreneurial experience. Now, why is that important? Because she woke up one day with the mindset and said, you know what, I can do this better. I can restaurant better. Or as her website says, she has the best chicken in that area. And so what she also knew in her entrepreneurial journey and her plight forward is this. As an entrepreneur, you either say one or two things. I'm feeling a need in the marketplace, i.e. a gap, or I can do something better. And so that woman just right out of little Tupelo, Mississippi, said, you know what? I can do this better than what was here before. So when we look at it, what was blacks in entrepreneurship, and that was question.
Yes,
So
yes.
when you look at that and the many contributions we've made and we continue to make in that space, think about how many of you guys know the story of my friend Mr. Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey. We're going to go down that street because I want her to ask me a couple questions. But this guy, Marcus Garvey, long before there was Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and all these things, he had a following over 2 million people back in 1921, 1918, 1919, over 2 million people that followed him in the things that he has done in the Americas. He's the only black man in America that has owned 2 cruise line ships. And in him owning that and newspapers and the various things that he owned, this guy got kicked out of the United States by J. Edgar Hoover and that administration for a 25-cent stamp. A 25-cent stamp. He got told to go back to Jamaica, or he had to go to prison for a 25-cent stamp. He was one of the most successful black business owners in the country.
Why do you think they did that to you?
So glad you asked that question. So here's what happened. He had purchased one cruise liner, And as he purchased the one cruise liner, the second cruise liner that he was in the process, it was called Black Star Line. The second cruise liner that he was in the process of purchasing, he was sending out advertisements stating that they were purchasing this ship and that they were soliciting funds. Well, they stated that he put in his advertisement that he owned the ship. And J. Edgar Hoover came after him. Do you guys know what and I meant to share it. You guys seen the African American flag? The red, the black, the green? That flag? He designed that flag. He designed that flag because he said we need something to rally around. Without having a rallying point, he said you didn't have an image. So when he designing that flag and all the things that he's done, when J. Edgar Hoover and that agency, when they kicked him out the country, they removed that flag from earth and said that anyone that's associated with the Garvites, we're going to imprison you, put you in jail, and if you're not a full citizen, we're going to kick you back out the country. Mainly because Marcus Garvey was pushing an agenda of black success, black business owners, and all those various things. He was pushing that agenda, and he was pushing it loud and hard. Oh, he was. Yes, he was. And if you go and look at the story, I promise you, it would make you sad and angry at the same token, because the federal building in D.C. is called the J. Edgar Hoover Building. And at the end of the day, this guy was the one guy that, from him being instrumental in removing Marcus, then Marcus Garvey, then Malcolm X's family was part of the Garvite movement, and so they lived the values and principles of Marcus Garvey. And then fast forward, Malcolm Little is born. Malcolm Little is learning about Marcus Garvey, and so from all, you see the rabbit trail, without going down it, that was that.
Wow, very informative. And you kind of touched on this, but I still want to get into it. What is the key mindset shift required for transitioning from employee, you kind of said it for that young lady, into business ownership? And what impact does the approach have on your decision-making process?
The mindset is what I tell every entrepreneur, everyone that's looking to make that transition, is I want you to remember this. You all are in college. Some of you are in college and some are finishing up. He's been in college forever. He's going to be leaving soon, hopefully. Give somebody else a seat. But nonetheless, in college, you are taught and you are doomed if you fail. They will talk about you. You will have to retake the class. You have to do all these things over again. You're going to be looked up on some kind of way, because when you get your report card, you're going to fail some kind of way. I got an F. I didn't pass that class. Scratch that in entrepreneurship. Failure is part of the success equation. Failure is part of the success equation. Give me 1 second, I'm coming. Here's why. And I was sharing this with my friend last night. Guys, Shirley Caesar. Anybody know Shirley Caesar?
Oh, yeah.
Her song, I'm coming up the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in. Told you I know what to say. Coming up the rough side of the mountain. Coming up, think about the smooth side of a mountain. If you're going up a smooth side of the mountain and you begin to fall down, what happens? You're going to the bottom, right? If you're coming up the rough side of the mountain and you get ready to come down, you can grab your footing again. And you can level back up and you can come back up and you can get to where you're trying to get through. So what society and what school and education and what we've learned from when you were a kid, when you fell down, when you was just learning to walk with those brand new legs, and they was telling you to get back up because that was a sign of failure. In entrepreneurship, I want you to understand today that failure is part of the success equation. Don't run from it. The experience you're going to get from it is going to be life-changing. If I began to tell you the times that I have failed, that have obviously led me to in front of you. I haven't been successful. I I haven't been grandiose. I haven't reached that pinnacle. I have failed many times, but I had to understand that in work, if I'm working for someone, all those various things, they're gonna look at my failure as a problem. I want you to think about failure as part of success. John Maxwell has a book that's called Failing Forward by John Maxwell, Failing Forward, and it talks about these various things. Chick-fil-A, y'all love Chick-fil-A? Go read the story about the founders of Chick-fil-A and how they failed. I'm talking like to death, like they're not on earth anymore, type failure, and how they are now, you can't even get in the line behind that. I got all kind of quirky slogans. I say use your for show money to make some more money. So use your for show money to make some more money. So if you're working at a job, I want you to understand that your job, your income, the money you're making there, kind of get it in the mindset of that's my financing. For passion, stay there. But I would also challenge you and tell you to figure out a way to go monetize it and walk away from it. Go build that thing. It is stated that the average entrepreneur only has 40% of everything he needs to be successful when he started out, which means the other pieces he's putting it together. 40%? That's a low number when you think of that. So you figure it out on your way down. That's why they say it's the leap.
I play football. Football is my passion, but sometimes I feel like my purpose is my business. I feel like I can really do more with what I know in my business and I feel really good with what I want to do. So like, what did you see? Like, let's say your passion serves you, but your purpose serves others. Like, what do you know?
I got a great idea for you. You got the weakest pencil remembers more than the strongest mind. I want you to write this down. You love football, right? You want to be an entrepreneur, or you're an entrepreneur, right? Watch this. What position you play?
Thank you.
Cornerback. What's your last name?
Thank you.
Pruitt. Here's what I want Pruitt to do. Pruitt, I want you to start Pruitt Running Back Services. Here's why. You're a great running back. Why would you not take that passion of being a running back and start training other running backs on how to be great running backs, and you never have to be a running back again? And you can make millions, because how many kids today are running around playing flag football, then they go to Pop Warner, and then they end up in elementary, junior high, and they all want to be a running back. Cornerback. And you are the cornerback. Mr. Pruitt, you're the cornerback industry in your region. Now you take your flag, which is your passion, stick it in the ground, and you run with Pruitt Cornerback Services. You get you a flyer, you post that flyer around your city, and everybody who wants to be a cornerback is going to come pay you $149 a month. Or it's faster. Get through all the no's, get to the yeses. And if you just state your passion, listen, people, if your passion you'll do for free. And if you'll do it for free, that means you'll be great at it, which means on the next thing, you can monetize it. Brother, I would take that Pruitt Cornerback Services, and it'll be, where you go to school at? It'll be all over Fayetteville. Every kid in Fayetteville will be showing up at a gym that you booked for the day to teach people how to be cornerbacks. And the beauty about you guys being in college and being in the entrepreneur space, I told the students over at UT the other week, I said, man, you keep hanging around me, you'll be dropped out of college. Here's the why. How much longer you have?
I'm a sophomore, so I got it.
You're a sophomore, so you got 3 more years? I was consulting with her, talking with her. She did something on Earth. I still don't know what it was. All I kept saying was, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. This book is called Before You Quit Your Job by Robert Kiyosaki. He's also the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So, to answer your question, what I would say to you is this. Some will say, when your income from your business match your employer. I'm gonna tell you, listen. Were you guys, this is gonna sound, it's a rhetorical question. Were you guys alive during the apocalypse? COVID? Yeah. So you were alive. All of us are. We're still here. So watch this. During COVID, more entrepreneurs were founded than ever in history. Yeah. You know what happened? There was a whole bunch of this going on. I'm gonna tell you what was happening. People were dusting off sewing machines that they hadn't used in forever. Entrepreneurs were being made.
Yeah.
People made so good, they made masks in so many different ways and fashions to the fact that now they don't go back to their job. Because now they are the XYZ mask making company. Or they learned that, oh, you know what? Man, if I can make a mask, I can make a suit. If I can make a suit, I can make some shoes. And they started their business from there. So what my point is when you get angry enough and when you get frustrated enough at a situation. I remember working at a company and they told me one time, we had to get there very early. And I was like, this is crazy. And I learned this term called temp agency. So I realized I was working for a temp agency. I didn't even know what it was. And as I was working there, they started complaining because we were working too fast. And they said, we're working so fast. And I was like, what does that mean? They said, well, if we get done too fast, we lose the contract. So they told us to slow down. I said, this is ludicrous. And this lady said to me, so Daryl, what you gonna do? I was like, okay. I said, you the one gotta get up at 4:30 because you got 2 kids and you single and you gotta get here early. So I told her that. She said, so what you gonna do? And I was like, okay. She got my back up against the wall. I never came back. I started cleaning carpets. Because how you gonna tell me to slow down? That was really stupid. So when you get angry enough, frustrated enough at this situation, you'll know. Because you'll show up at work one day and you'll be so mad. John Maxwell says he can go to any company in America and tell you when people are frustrated with their job. You know how? You can look at the parking lot, how many people backed into the stall. Think about it. When you got to work in the morning, you backed into the stall. When you got to work, what was you thinking about the whole day? Exactly. There's one dude who's happy, who's pulled in when he got there. One dude, he's happy. He's like, yeah, I got them, man. They gonna buy them out of the car behind them people, man. Yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead. You have a question? Yes.
Okay. I have like a 2-part question.
Okay. Hey, hold on real quick. Does this work? Because I don't want y'all sending no survey back saying he didn't know what he was going to do. So does this work? Does this work out for you guys?
Yes. Okay.
I was getting nervous.
The first part would be like what you did specifically to get fun, like outside of having a second job, like, you know, there are like business grants or like venture, what did you do specifically to get funding?
Martin Luther King said, it is wrong to ask a bootless person to bootstrap his way to success. Which means that, hey, you guys heard the term bootstrap. Yeah. Bootstrap. So I have bootstrapped the things that I have been doing and have been doing. I've been doing this since 2012. I haven't had one human that has walked into the SBA and came out of there with a loan. Not one human. None that look like me. Not one. And I've spoken with colleagues across the field, and none of them have even attested to it. So I've bootstrapped it. Like I said, listen, I had a cleaning company. And I was cleaning Metropolitan Cadillac one day. And I remember walking through Metropolitan Cadillac, and I walked through the kitchen area. And I was like, let me see what's in the refrigerator. Open up the refrigerator, it had some tamales in there. And I was hungry. And I said, listen, tomorrow if I come back through here and those tamales in there, them tamales going home with me. Tomorrow, those tamales were there. And I got those tamales and I took those jokers home and I had a meal that night. But I bootstrapped it. And I bootstrapped it to the fact that I was able to do it so well to now the funding began to come. The number one problem and issue with entrepreneurs that I would state that you need to spend a lot of time and effort in is sales. You must learn how to sell and you must not run from sales. Because everything bought was what? Sold. And everything sold was what? Bought. So why aren't you must learn that. If you don't learn anything else, if they got you in the trigonometry class, geometries, algebra, I ain't used none of that stuff since I left school. But I have used sales every day. So you must learn, if I can pull your scalp back and step knee deep off in your psyche, I would admonish you to please get into a sales class. because that's where you're gonna learn how to get past all the no's to get to the yeses. So to build a team is sales. I had to sell Junan on Junan. I need you to come and join the Hillsborough County Black Chamber of Commerce. I need you to do it because of this, and that. So the way you build it is by how you represent yourself in the marketplace, and being honest and being integral with people. Right here, what's this one? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so want to touch back on like the employee and business owner mindset that we talked about earlier. I have a team of about 4 employees right now for my real estate company, and I wanted to ask you, based on your military background, stuff like that, because obviously there's a lot of good things you can learn by being an employee, a lot of good principles you can learn that you can apply to being a business owner. So being in the military, what did you kind of pick up from that you added into your business that kind of can make you more successful? So
what ends up happening, unfortunately, is people have this thing, they have the power thing confused. Whereas with your employees, they may see you and say, man, he's powerful, he's got all the power. What I would suggest you do, and what I learned, was to empower others. And as I empowered others in my term in the military, I was very successful. Everything that I knew, I made sure I gave it to my subordinates. And I learned that from my college professor. I showed up in school and she said, I'm the smartest. She said, I'm the smartest person I know. She was a little short Indian lady. I'm the smartest person I know. And I was like, man, that's pretty bold. And then she said, let me clean that up. I'm the smartest person I know through Christ Jesus. And then she said, but I am still it because every time I bring someone up to my knowledge, I go get more. So that's the key, empower. Empower others to do what you do. Don't worry about the fact that they may be, if you have a real estate company, my friend, I would be making sure that everybody that works for me start their own. I'd be giving them every tool for success to start their own. Because at the bottom, you compete. At the top, you collaborate. Here in Tampa and all over the country, there's this organization called the Kaufman Foundation. The Kaufman Foundation is out of Kansas City. They run an outfit called 1 Million Cups. And what 1 Million Cups is this at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, everywhere in the country where they're established at, entrepreneurs get up and pitch their business and their idea. So what I found strength in, and what you got strength in here is, what time is it? 11:21. Oh, I guess we run it over. With this entrepreneurial journey, find yourself in the strength of others. Don't get out on an island like Gilligan and Ginger and the professor and all them. Get amongst other entrepreneurs that can help strengthen you. Social media outlets, Daryl Hych, H-Y-C-H. You come on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, on her talk show. I'm wherever you need to connect with me. I'm the guy. You can get my personal cell phone number, and if you need assistance, I'm that guy. Okay? On the count of 3. Okay. On the count of 3, give yourself a single clap before they come in here. 1, 2, 3.